Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, LAMATA CCECC signed MOU to establish Railway Training Center. LASPEC disburses over 1 billion naira to 648 retired public servants. And Lagos State Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems unveils 200 million naira grants for Lagos Agrithon 2026 program. Let's get the show started with railway development. This time, the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, has signed a landmark agreement with the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation to establish a state-of-the-art railway training center, a strategic initiative aimed at developing the skilled workforce required to support the rapid expansion of Lagos State's rail network. Please take a look.
The Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, solely responsible for the day-to-day running of the Lagos Rail Mass Transit, including the Blue Rail Electrified Line and the Red Rail Line Transportation Network, has over the past 2 years ensured smooth passenger operation along the rail corridor. In addressing the growing transportation needs in Lagos State and providing a long-term vision for an integrated mass transit system, LAMATA has taken a major step towards expanding the rail component from the original 6 rail lines and 1 monorail to 11 rail lines.
That's a problem, isn't it?
The new development was revealed at the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding with China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation to establish a railway training center for the development of skilled workforce for the state's rail network expansion.
This initiative will also endeavor to be able to establish a well-comprehensive railway training center that will be able to integrate practical training, simulation, and also be able to establish certification. And this we aim to be able to bridge the gap of the lack of a structured training institution in Nigeria here. So Lagos is trying to actually launch that part to be able to be a trailblazer in that aspect as well. And basically, the roadmap for this initiative and project is quite very straightforward. We are actually hoping to have a well-standardized and established training center for railway in Lagos State. We will be able to actually launch pad to all parts of the country and as well as even into the world. But to do this, we want to be able to have what we call the pilot scheme.
Speaking at the ceremony, the Managing Director of LAMATA, Mrs. Abimbola Akiajo, said the training center will play a critical role in ensuring that the expanding rail infrastructure is operated and maintained by highly skilled Nigerian professionals.
We started the Blue Line over 2 years ago and the Red Line over a year ago. In that time, we have trained a number of Nigerians who have taken over things like minor maintenance training for the train drivers, customer services on the railway, general railway operations from that day to this day. And we now have seen over 80% of our staff. In fact, at this point in time, where over 90% of our staff are local, whilst it's only about 10% of Chinese staff who work with us today. We have an LRMT map. Today, we have 5 rail lines and 1 monorail system identified, but in the update of the Strategic Transport Master Plan, we have added another 5 rail lines to that. So that means I'm looking in the long term to implementing 11 rail lines in Lagos. We have a proper training school, and the vision is not just about ad hoc training, but also certificated training systems, so that we will have signaling experts, we'll have electrification experts, we'll have major maintenance experts, we'll have train drivers, we'll have customer services experts, general operations of rail lines experts within our local community. This sort of thing is what will ensure that industrialization is localized. We continue to train our young people, and we continue to be able to maintain the infrastructure that we implement. because that way and that way alone will we be certain to deal with not just one problem, but two. We will be able to deal with young people employment. We will be able to deal with the sustainability of the infrastructure that we implement so that it becomes sustainable and it is maintained and overseen by local engineers and operatives.
The CCECC Vice President, who was speaking through an interpreter, commended LAMATA for the initiative, saying it will strengthen technical education and support Africa's industrialization.
As the contractor for the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Blue Line and Red Line, we have the privilege of participating in every stage of the city's urban rural development, from planning and construction to commissioning and operation. With the successful commencement of Red Line operations and upcoming arrival of new DMU trains, Lagos urban rural network is entering a new phase of expansion and service improvement. Consequently, the demand for highly skilled local professionals in railway operation, maintenance, and management will increase significantly. Against this backdrop, establishing a professional and integrated rail training center is not only timely, but essential to ensuring the sustainable development of Lagos rail transit system.
LAMATA MD also says the proposed training school program will ensure sustainability of railway infrastructure in Lagos State.
Recently, we had railway taken out of the exclusive list and put on the concurrent list. And LAMATA has taken full advantage of that. We have implemented 2 rail lines that are operational today. As I said during the signing ceremony, we have 5 more rail lines that have been added to our strategic transport master plan, which means that in totality, Lagos is looking at implementing at least 11 rail lines and 1 monorail. Now, for us, all of that is good. You know, implementation is fantastic and being able to build them, but you need them to be sustainable. You need to be able to know that the ensuring the maintenance of that is also something that's in the control of Nigerians. And to that end, we have established a training school for railway systems. And that training school, to start with, will be in collaboration with CCECC of Nigeria, who are the ones today working with us in the operations of the 2 rail lines in particular. So from that perspective, we're looking to train young people for signalization, for electrification, for railway operations, for just general management of railway operations, customer services, track maintenance, all of what it requires to ensure that we have a sustainable railway system. And that's the vision of today's signing. It will be a system, hopefully, that will churn out thousands of Nigerians, young Nigerians, who will be skilled, not just skilled, but will be certifiably skilled, and will then make them that much more employable in the market, and especially in the rail industry. So as we are today, we've actually trained 400 young Nigerians. And the vision has to be that every year we will turn out nothing less than 500 young Nigerians trained in the system. We will look at recruiting graduates, BSc holders, HND holders, to come into the program a minimum of 3 years to go through the program and then come out of it depending on what you've done. Whatever it is you've done, if it is in signaling, then whatever the number of years that system is asking for, you would have done that, and you come out hopefully with a certificate that says that LAMATA can employ you, NRC can employ you, wherever in the country that they have railway can employ you, even outside of Nigeria.
The Railway Training Center is expected to become a cornerstone of LAMATA's long-term strategy to build indigenous technical capacity, reduce dependence of foreign expertise, and provide the skilled workforce needed to support what will become one of Africa's most extensive urban railway networks.
From railway development to retirees' welfare, the Lagos State Pension Commission has disbursed over 1 billion naira to 648 retired public servants. Now speaking at the 115th Bond Certificate Presentation Ceremony, the Director General of LASPEC, Mr. Babalola Obilano, said the payment underscores the state government's resolve to prioritize the welfare and financial security of its workforce.
Another set of retirees are here in Adeyemi Bero Auditorium, Alausa, Ikeja, to receive their bond certificate from the Lagos State Pension Commission after 30 years in service. The Lagos State Pension Commission, in charge of the periodic bond certificate ceremony, says the payment covers accrued pension rights for workers who retired before the introduction of the contributory pension scheme in 2007. Underscoring the state's resolve to ensure prompt and sustainable pension administration, LASPEC official gives a breakdown of the different types of bond certificate that will be given to them.
Program withdrawal and annuity are to provide you the same comfort you enjoy from your monthly salary. For program withdrawal, I'm trying to tell you the features of the program withdrawal. Mrs. Teriba, I heard us say that, okay, what if I eventually exhausted everything in that account? What would then happen to me? See that I'm still alive. For as long as you are alive, they will still pay you. Annuity, on the other hand, will still pay you for life. There is a guaranteed period of 10 years under the annuity. That if you keep drawing your pension from 1 year to another, and you are still within the 10-year guaranteed period, and somebody dies, and you are actually taking your pension, say, for 7 years, it means that you are still under that guaranteed period. The balance of 3 years for 1 year is supposed to be given to your named beneficiary.
The General Manager of LASPEC, Mr. Babalola Obilano, describes the contributory pension scheme framework as one of the most efficient and well-managed in the country. He also urged the retirees to utilize their funds judiciously.
We're delighted to present retirement bond certificates to another deserving set of retirees. 648 retirees will receive retirement bond certificates with a total value of 1,081,835,589 naira 42 kobo, representing the accrued pension right for service rendered prior to the commencement of the contributory pension scheme in 2007. Over the years, Lagos State has remained at the forefront of pension administration in Nigeria. Despite economic and operational challenges, we have continued to strengthen our pension system, making it one of the most efficient, transparent, and well-managed in the country. This achievement has been possible through visionary leadership, sound policies, and the collective efforts of all our stakeholders. I'm sure my colleague, Mrs. Teriba, has told you about the options available to you. And like Mr. Makinde also said, because Mr. A, torí ọ̀rẹ́ mi sọ pé ó máa ṣe A, kò mí gbé kí wọ́n náà ṣe A o. Circumstance olúkálùkù yàtọ̀. So prayerfully and with discussion with your family, decide on which option is best for your own purpose.
The Permanent Secretary from the Office of the Public Service also encourages the retirees not to see their retirement journey as a burden, but as an opportunity to enjoy their fruit of labor.
It's a pleasure to once again be your guest at the 115th Retirement Benefit Bond Certificate Presentation Ceremony for retirees of the Lagos State Public Service, organized by the Lagos State Pension Commission. As I always do, let me appreciate the unwavering commitment of the DG of Lagos State Pension Commission, Mr. Babalola Obilano, and his ever-dedicated staff for their relentless and consistent efforts in ensuring timely processing of the retirement benefits of our most revered senior citizens. To all retirees in the mainstream civil service, local government, and local council areas, SUBER, TESCOM, and other parastatals of the state government. This is another milestone achievement by this administration, which our appreciation goes to Mr. Governor for this very kind gesture. No other state, and I can say it with my chest high, no other state does it better.
Some of the retirees applaud the government for prompt payment of their benefits.
A big bravo, a big thank you to the government. They really tried for us that we are collecting our retirement benefits. We want to appreciate them. May God continue to bless them, give them wisdom to continue their administration in the name of Jesus. If there is anything I want to say thank you to God for being alive, hale and healthy, and then I want to say thank you to the administration of Lagos State for putting this one in place for us and remembering us, not just sidelining us.
So now, within 1 year, you can get your entitlement. It's really commendable. I know it is not the same thing with other states, so I commend the governor for excellent work, and it also gives hope to those who are in service that when they finish, when they retire, they will get their entitlement, because if you know that your retirement will come in 10 years or thereabout, so it will make people to begin to think other things. But because this is coming fast, as quickly as possible, it will give people hope and they will be more committed for the work.
The state government assures of continuous prompt disbursement of entitlements to public servants.
In Lagos State, we ensure that our retirees thrive even in retirement. We look out for their welfare. And they have worked for this. Now they are getting it without any stress, because we know that in Lagos State we have cleared all our pension arrears. So it is now pay as you go. So as you retire and you have done all your documentation, you get your bond, and then you're able to thrive.
Over 1 billion naira has been disbursed to 648 retirees who are full of high expectation as they look forward to the new phase of life.
Lagosians, it is no news that the present administration of Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu delivered projects in different sectors of the economy through the themes agenda. With this success in mind, the second term of the present administration has included social inclusion, gender equality, and the affairs of youths in its agenda. Now, we have the Themes Plus agenda. With this, no one is left behind on account of their social status, gender, or age. Igbega Ipinle Eko, Ajumoshenio.
Now let's turn our attention to the agriculture sector. The Lagos State Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems has launched 200 million naira fund for Lagos Agrithon 3.0 edition to support young farmers that will meet up the criteria for the grant. Now, the State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems revealed the support fund at the Agri-Innovation Hangout 8.0 held in Gbagada, Lagos. Take a look.
Members of the Lagos Agri-Innovation Club converge on Gbagada, Lagos for the 8.0 Hangout edition, a platform created by the Lagos State Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems to groom young agripreneurs towards achieving food security and scale up food supply and distribution in Lagos State.
Over the years, I've had the privilege of interacting with thousands of young people across Lagos and beyond, and in those interactions, one thing became abundantly clear. There is no shortage of talent, creativity, or innovative thinking amongst our young people. And what many of them lack is not ideas, but the ecosystem that allows those ideas to thrive. Under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, significant emphasis has been placed on achieving food security as a cornerstone of the renewed hope agenda, with deliberate efforts aimed at increasing domestic food production, strengthening agricultural value chains, and improving the resilience of our food systems. And here in Lagos, Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, has consistently demonstrated an unwavering commitment to reimagining agriculture, not simply as a production activity, but as a complete food system capable of creating jobs, attracting investment, improving nutrition, and driving inclusive economic growth. This vision informed the transformation of the Ministry of Agriculture into the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems, the development of the Lagos Food Systems Roadmap, and the implementation of initiatives such as the Produce for Lagos program, this club, and the Agrithon. As government, we understand that the food and the future of food security in Lagos cannot be secured by government interventions alone. We also understood that if we continue to think about agriculture only in terms of farming, we would fail to harness the immense opportunities that exist across the broader food system, including processing, logistics, cold chain, mechanization, biotechnology, retail, food safety, and digital innovation. And these realities led to the establishment of the Lagos Agri-Innovation Club.
The theme for this edition focuses on Connect and Thrive, building themes that grow, and some of those that can help grow brands within the food systems are here to share ideas on the right steps to take to sustain a business.
You need to start seeing yourself as an impenetrable system. One vulnerability, everybody falls apart. Meaning, there are people who I bring to Lagos who will pack their own food and bring back home. They will not touch anything here.
The Special Advisor on Agriculture and Food Systems says the Agri-Innovation Club has grown beyond leaps and bounds, encouraging other young farmers to take advantage of the platform to boost their businesses.
In a nutshell, when we started, we were less than 20 people. Now we're over 100, and more are still coming into it. More franchises are coming into it. Today, for example, we're talking about team bonding and team bringing, and you see that it's expanding every time. And because it's a food system, it's not just production, it's not just processing, it's the entire spectrum of agriculture that had increased the capital base in terms of funds to people individually, funds to company, and in extension, the agricultural background, the capital background of Lagos State agricultural base had been increased by that. My message to them is that agriculture is just not production and processing. The value chain is huge, the value chain is large, and you can come into it. If you don't know where to plug into, talk to us and we will help you know where to plug into. It's a food system. And like we say, social system, social security, food security is social security.
The Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Abisola Olusoya, encouraged agripreneurs to share ideas, explore partnerships, and strengthen the collective vision of transforming agriculture sector.
Never take any opportunity to learn for granted. Never take any opportunity to come together for granted. Never take the resources that are being put at your disposal for granted. You never can tell when it might be. The person sitting next to you might be the key to your growth, might be the key to your success and to your next level. Make sure you take someone's number. Make sure you take someone's email. Make sure you reach out and connect. Make sure you follow up. Make sure even beyond peers, the bankers in the room, the resource people that you know the heard about, get their contact, reach out, and God will help us all.
Ahead of the third edition of the Lagos Agripreneur Initiative, the state government unveils 200 million naira fund to support farmers with lofty ideas in the agriculture space.
It was also intended to change perceptions by demonstrating that agriculture and the food systems offer enormous opportunities for enterprise, wealth creation, and impact. And out of that ecosystem, the Lagos Agrithon was born. When we launched the first edition in 2024, our objective was straightforward. We wanted to identify young innovators who were solving real problems within the food system and provide them with the support required to scale those solutions. And the results have been profoundly encouraging. Over the past two editions, we have witnessed ideas evolve into viable businesses. We have seen young entrepreneurs attract additional investment, create jobs, and expand their operations beyond what many of them initially imagined possible. We have also seen businesses move from concept stage to market stage, and we have seen innovators who once doubted themselves become founders and employers of labor. But perhaps most importantly, we have built a community of young people who now see themselves as active participants in shaping the future of food systems in Lagos. Which is why today we are proud to announce the launch of the Lagos Agrithon 3.0 with a grand applicants undergo a multi-stage evaluation process involving screening, business assessment, pitch sessions, due diligence, and technical reviews conducted by experts drawn from industry, academia, finance, and the broader innovation ecosystem. And beyond grant funding itself, the participants are exposed to mentorship, enterprise development, support, and opportunities to connect with investors and strategic partners. This year's edition represents our strongest statement yet that we believe in the capacity of young people to solve some of the most pressing challenges within our food systems. And we are looking for innovators across the entire food systems landscape, including production, processing, logistics, cold chain, mechanization, climate resilience, food safety, retail, and digital agriculture.
Agripreneurs are advised to submit their applications to www.lagosagrinnovation.com/agriton to be part of the 200 million naira grant pool.
We want to encourage them, we want to support them to scale their businesses to ensure that we have a total development and growth of our food systems in Lagos State. So this program is targeted at these youths to support them with financing based on their needs. And this is how it goes, that they will go to the website, apply, and then we invite them to pitch their ideas within the space to see how they want to contribute to the development of the state's food systems. And over the period of 3, 4, 5 weeks, we will do all of this, take all of these pitches, screen all of their pitches, take them to some form of mentorship for those that are able to succeed, and then we present them for the grant pool. We have done the first edition, we did the second, and there's the third cycle that is going. And of course, we have beneficiaries who are here today, who have benefited from the program, both from the 1.2, the 2.2, and then, sending them out as ambassadors to go and speak to every other youth in Lagos that government is ready to support them to grow their agribusinesses, and make them believe that, it's not just a hearsay, but that it's true, it is real, it is working in Lagos. So everyone out there hearing me, listening to me, watching me out there, and you are in this space, within this food system, whatever it is you are doing, and you require support, please go to the website, apply for the grant, and then we'll take it off from there.
The Lagos Agriton 2026 application website will be opened for 4 weeks for interested participants for Lagos State Government to identify, nurture, support, and scale youth-led agribusinesses as well as agri-tech innovators that are transforming Lagos State's food systems from farm to work.
So this is where we call it a day on this week's edition of Dateline Lagos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Remember, be the best you can, obey all state laws, but most importantly, live a healthy life always. Till next time, it's bye for now.